My name is Mike. I'm 93 years old. Most of the people I knew are long in the ground. And you're still running somewhere. Look at you. You open this video. Maybe on your phone. Maybe on your laptop. You have 15 other tabs open. 3 unread messages and something half finished you told yourself you'd get back to. I know. I was the same way. I've had time to think about all of it. A lot of time. When you're my age, time is the only thing you have in abundance and the one thing you can't spend anymore. So I'm going to tell you 5 things. 5 things I watch people throw their lives away on. 5 things I threw my own life away on. And I want you to hear number 4 especially. Because number 4 is a poison. It's invisible. And it is killing you right now while you're sitting there watching this. Are you ready? Good. Let's go. Point 1. Waiting for the right moment. I was 28 when I decided I would tell my father I loved him. Someday. When it felt right. When we had a real conversation. When the timing was better. He died when I was 31. We never had that conversation. I have watched people wait their whole lives for the right moment to start living. The right moment to quit a job they hate. The right moment to move somewhere they've always dreamed of. The right moment to apologize, to forgive, to say I love you. Here's what I know at 93. There is no right moment. The moment you're in right now, this one, the one you keep dismissing as not quite ready, that's the only moment you ever had. My father, he would have liked to hear it. I think about him still, 62 years later. That's the cost of waiting. You carry it. Point 2. Trying to prove something to people who don't care. There was a man I worked with in the 1960s. Smart fellow. Drove himself into the ground. Nights, weekends. Missed his kids growing up. Missed his wife getting lonely. All to impress a boss who let him go in 1971 without so much as a thank you. The boss didn't even remember his last name. Clearly at the farewell, I did it too. Don't think I'm pointing fingers. I wore myself out proving things to people who were not watching. To a father who had his own wounds. To colleagues who were too busy proving things to their own fathers. You're spending enormous energy performing for an audience that is almost entirely distracted. They are thinking about their own lives, their own fears. By the time I understood this, I was nearly 70. That's a lot of years performing for an empty theater. Point 3. Staying in things long past their end. A job, a friendship, a marriage that had already died, but nobody had said so yet. A city, a version of yourself you had outgrown. People talk about loyalty like it's always a virtue. Sometimes loyalty to a dead thing is just fear, dressed in nicer clothes. I stayed in a business partnership for 6 years longer than I should have. I knew it in year 4. I could feel it. But in those 6 years, 3 things I could have built didn't get built. 3 paths I could have walked stayed closed. Every year you stay in something that is finished costs you a year of something that hasn't started yet. At 30, that feels abstract. At 80, it's the arithmetic of your actual life. Knowing when to leave something is one of the hardest skills there is, and almost nobody teaches it. Point 4. The invisible poison. The noise that replaced your inner life. This is the one I want you to really hear. I grew up without television until I was in my 30s. Before that, when there was a quiet evening, you had nothing to do but sit with yourself, think, feel whatever you were feeling, work things through, be uncomfortable, be bored, be human. And then the noise started. Television, then more television, then devices in every pocket, then a flood that never stops. You, watching this right now, when was the last time you sat in silence for 20 minutes with no screen, no music, no podcast? When was the last time you were bored? Actually bored, and you just let yourself be bored? Boredom is where your real life lives. Silence is where you find out who you actually are. The things you're running from with your scrolling and those things are still there. You've just agreed to never look at them directly. I've watched people spend decades in a kind of managed distraction, filling every minute so they don't have to feel the minutes. They were so busy consuming the world that they never actually built one. The worst part? The noise doesn't even make you happy. You know it doesn't. You feel it in your chest every time you put the phone down. That hollow, vaguely guilty feeling. You know something is wrong. What you're looking for in there, in the feed, in the scroll, it's not in there. It was never in there. It's in the silence you keep running from. Point 5. Treating people like scenery. By my count, I have attended the funerals of 41 people I knew well. Friends, colleagues, family, my wife, my oldest friend, Harold. We met when we were 7 years old. He died in 2008. After every funeral, there is a moment, a small, terrible moment. You think, I should have called more. I should have asked more questions. We treat people like scenery, like the background of our own story. We assume there will be more time. There won't always be more time. The people in your life right now, they have inner worlds as vast and complicated as your own. They have fears they've never told you. Whole lives happening behind the face you think you know. When was the last time you actually asked? I don't have a lot of wisdom to offer. Life isn't really a collection of lessons. It's just a series of days, and one day there aren't any more days. But if I could reach through this screen and give you one thing, it would be this. Pay attention. That's it. Pay attention to what's actually in front of you, not what's on the screen. The life you're waiting for. It's the one you're already in. Now, turn this off. Find someone who matters to you. Look them in the eyes. Actually look. Be there. That's all I've got. That's everything.